Hi, in this video I will train you on how to succeed in an online class. I have 5 learning objectives for you and hopefully you will learn how to succeed in your online class and do well and stay organized and stay on track, because we all know that it's hard to stay organized in an online class because there's not that much structure, and there's a reason for that, because you're meant to learn on your own and they are meant for people who want to learn at their own pace and do things at their own time. But here are some helpful tips and how to train you on how to succeed and do well and stay organized. Alright, so the first training objective is to keep everything from your classes. Keeping everything from your classes is crucial because you will refer back to them. When you hear people say, oh yeah, like I refer back to my things that I had in high school, that's obviously dramatic, but it's true. Especially in your college classes, they are supposed to pertain to your future career, which hopefully they do. If they don't, it's not that big of a deal, because they can even help you out in your everyday life. But especially in your career, if you forget something, it's really easy just to flip back to what you have and just look at it and just remember, and it will help you in your career. And especially if you keep everything organized, that is especially really key. I think it's great to keep everything organized because it is more accessible at your fingertips. And what I like to do with all my classes is I like to organize them by semesters or quarter. So whichever classes I'm taking that quarter, I like to create a folder for my quarter, so it's winter quarter. So for winter quarter, I would have my 2 classes that I'm taking, and I have saved actually, all my lectures, all my assignments, and all the notes, and just everything that is savable to be saved. And another great training tip is to date and name all of your lectures and assignments as well, because it's great to just like have them all saved, but it's even better to have them organized because you remember what day you took them, and they're in succession as well. Like they might not be in succession in your folder, but you can look back and obviously just backtrack and see what date they have it on. And I like to keep mine on my computer because I think it's a lot easier and it doesn't take up as much space. If you have like a big binder full of like papers, like the papers can become loose and like fall out and you might not have anything. But if you're one to take notes on paper, that's great. Put them in those clear 8.5 by 11 page protectors, and that's a great way to help not keep your papers falling out of your binder. But if you don't like to have that many papers hanging around and you have a lot of space on your computer, go ahead and put it on your computer. I think it's great because I still have stuff from undergrad that I help my friends out with and that I even refer to for these classes that I'm taking right now. Alright, and for objective number 2 is to organize your time better. I know everybody says that, but it's seriously so crucial. One thing that has really helped me get along through these is to organize my time. What I like to do is I like to have a planner and I plan my week out. So I plan out Monday through Sunday and I write my work schedule down and I write down what I have due in my classes. And what I do is I will prioritize them. So if we have our discussions due Wednesday, I will write down Wednesday, turn in discussion, or obviously submit our first discussion. And then you can either put like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, do your response number 1, 2, or 3, or you can just do it all in one day, which I don't really find useful because a lot of people don't always post them on the first day. But I mean, to each their own, it's hard because I didn't always either. But still, it's easier just to do it that way because then you know when you want to do your assignments and you can clearly see what your schedule is for the week and where you can like fit in like little things here and there. Even if it's like working on your assignment for 30 minutes, you just write down work on assignment for 30 minutes. Or if you have a calendar, you can put it on your calendar, you can put it on your phone. If you're really tech savvy, I'm not. So that would be a great way to do it too. But organizing your time and organization in general is probably the key because it'll be a constant reminder. And once you get in the habit of what you like to do, like let's say you do your discussion every Tuesday and then you work on your assignment that's due for the week every Thursday and you work on the scoring packages every Sunday, you just get into a rhythm and you get into a habit and it starts to form. And I read that it takes 27 times like each repetition to form a habit, so you will have a habit formed for your future classes as well. And just along with the organization tool, it will help with your everyday life as well. Alright, and for your objective number 3 is to do all of the assigned reading. It sounds silly and it sounds so elementary and rudimentary, but it is not. Doing all the assigned reading will help you so much because it will help fill in the gaps from the lecture. Yes, the lecture is based on the reading, but the reading helps to solidify all the information you learn and fill in the gaps that might not be in there. Because the professor doesn't always have to put every single piece of information on the text into the lecture, because our duty as students is to do everything that we are assigned. And doing the reading will also help with repetition, and if you just do the reading and you go over it, you will help encode the information better and you will better learn it and it will stick in your memory and it will be useful for many years to come. And also in the book, it is organized in such a way where it's not just a huge chunk of information just coming at you and it's just like information, information, information. It's set up in building blocks. The author knows the information inside and out and wrote a book in such a way where it is helpful to us, the reader. So it goes in building blocks into what like each section is, and then it goes into the main concept. So textbooks are a great underutilized study tool because they also have review questions, and they have little like study like tips. They also have like websites you can go on that help supplement the learning even more. Textbooks are great now because they have just so much information and they are really there to help you learn. And they also have key terms too that help a lot. All right, and the objective number 4, and to train yourself to do, is to go over all your handouts, not once, but twice. Like I just said, if repetition is the key to memory, encoding, and learning. The more you see it, the more you learn it, the more you know it. And going over all your handouts not only supplement the reading and the lectures, but it just helps you just overall get a better grasp of the class, and you will become more knowledgeable in it. And I don't know about you guys, but I get really excited when I'm like really knowledgeable about something, and I can express it to other people, like who I work with, or like just people I'm talking with, and it just makes me proud. I like being knowledgeable about things. And if you also keep your handouts, like I mentioned earlier in objective number 1, it'll just help you in the future as well, because we're not going to remember everything. Like, we can't do that. If we did, everyone would be super geniuses, and that would be awesome. But not everyone is. So just go ahead and keep all your handouts and go over them. Even go over them at a later date, because they will help you in your career, and they will help you out later in the future. And objective number 5 is to connect more with your classmates and your professor. It might sound scary at first, especially if you're shy. It also might be the reason why you're taking an online class if you're shy. But even if you just like shoot an email or like shoot a discussion board, comment to someone, the more you connect with your classmates, the better relationships people have, and the more quality discussions that people get from the class. And it just creates a richer learning environment, and it makes it feel like it is not an online class. It makes it feel like it's an in-class class that we are sitting down and learning and connecting with our classmates. And it also builds for better relationships outside of the classroom or inside the classroom too, because you just get to know your classmates better, and you're more open to them, and you're more willing to talk to them and ask questions, and you can also get more study buddies. Like, you can also get study buddies from them and more information and more clarification on something that you might not know the answer to. And also with learning objective number 5 is to connect better with the professor. The professor is our number 1 tool to learn. They are there to help us, not hurt us. Yes, they grade and they can be scary, but if you have a question that you're too embarrassed to ask your classmate, the professor is the number 1 go-to. They want to help you learn, and they're there to help you succeed, and they are easily one of the most underutilized tool in a class. Connecting with your professor builds a better relationship with them, and it also helps you build a better relationship with authority figures in the future, be it your boss or your parents, or just even older adults that you might be intimidated to talk to. When you talk and connect to someone in a position of power, it helps you just succeed in life. And it also helps build recommendations and a better relationship for a future class that you might take with them, because you are more comfortable with them and understand their learning style. Alright guys, I hope this training video was helpful to you, and I hope that you have some tools that you can use to succeed in your next online class. Good luck. Thank you.